Thanks, Kevin. We appreciate it. IndyCar's race in Wisconsin will have fans back at the track this weekend. Same story at a big event here in central Indiana.
Drag racing's top series is returning to the track. Brad Brown has a look at how the NHRA is using Indy as a starting point for the summer.
The unmistakable sound of horsepower, with a whiff of tire smoke and a little tinge of nitro. It's all part of the NHRA getting back on track after a 4-month layoff. So how does it feel to be back doing this thing?
It feels incredible just to be back out here doing what we love to do. That's the main thing, and the weather's good today, and we're looking forward to this weekend, man.
The season was just 2 events in when the pandemic shut it down. Indy was a natural restart point, as many of the NHRA's big teams are based around Indy and Brownsburg. And dozens of drivers in the supporting classes will be here from all over the Midwest.
This is the longest we ever set out. The most we ever set out is 2 months. Like a month, almost like a month and a half, we're back in testing. So here, we were literally been out for 4.5 months. So it's like we got in, I was like, oh, Lord, I say, I got to remember how to do this, do that. And it comes to second nature. But once we got in fired up, it all came back to.
There's no real easing your way into anything in drag racing. So, we don't practice a lot. Run these cars is awful expensive, and there's no practice. Everybody says, how do you practice? Well, you don't. You just jump in it and go.
The racing will be open to a limited number of fans. Signage around the track reminding fans to keep faces covered and space distanced. Tickets will be available only online, and access to the cars and drivers will be much less than usual. A familiar face back at Indy as well. 50-year-old Tony Schumacher did not have a full-time ride for this season. The 8-time Top Fuel World Champ will be back for these first 2 Indy restart events at a track where he's won the U.S. Nationals 10 times.
We're going to enjoy what we got. There's not a massive amount of money pouring into anything right now. People are a little afraid, so the fact that we got some means our sport is way better off than most of us could have imagined, right? Money came back. Here we are running at Indy, which for me was my first race, my winningest place. This is a great place for me and my family.
They'll do it all here again next weekend with a second opening event for this NHRA restart. They'll pick up their regular schedule again 2 weeks after that in Seattle. And if everything goes as scheduled, they'll be back here Labor Day weekend for the annual U.S. Nationals, the biggest event on the drag racing calendar.
We're looking forward to this weekend, man. We've been out 4.5 months, and I'll tell you what, man, I got back in the car. It's almost like a duck taking the water, man. I thought I was going to be itchy, nervous, and all that stuff, but once we fired up, we were ready to go.
But make no mistake, any racing is a good thing right now. So they'll point it straight and go fast, hopefully for weeks to come. At Lucas Oil Raceway, Brad Brown, RTV6 Sports.